set to a low cut, you know? That's all. A filter is the equalizer. Now it gets interesting. Now it gets interesting because now we're going to add in some compression. And the good thing about this is Superior Drummer has a nice compressor within its mixer itself. So we don't need to do it outside of the plugin. And I usually don't want to compress the overhead, ambient, and hi-hat microphones. The only thing that I want to compress are the kick, snares, and toms to get even more attack and more oomph in the sound. You know, the overheads and ambient microphones are there to establish the space of the drum kit, and the kick, snare, and toms are there to get the shit rolling, right? So I'm gonna add in a compressor plugin here on my compression bus, and as I said before, there are no microphones routed to this compression bus so far. So this compressor will not do anything for the moment being. I'm just gonna set it to some levels. Usually what you wanna do is you wanna squeeze the shit out of your signals that you send through the drum compressor, because it is a parallel compressor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna send some inputs to that compressor, and we're gonna squeeze the shit out of those tracks, and then we're gonna fade in this compressed tone parallel to the original drum sound, just to add in a little bit of this extreme attack just below the original tone. So let's do that. A goddamn aggressive compressor is the fastest attack you can get out of your compressor, and a pretty darn fast release, like 50 milliseconds. That is ooh. And what you're gonna do, we're gonna do some extreme shit here. I'm gonna go for a limiter. So this compressor is actually a limiter. And now we're gonna see what this sounds like. For the time being, there's nothing sent to the compression bus here within our plugin. So if I hit play here, I got only the compressor bus soloed. I don't hear anything. Okay? This is my drum kit playing. Nothing comes through the compressor. And what we're able to do now is we can send buses or microphones to this compression channel here. And like I said, I want to send the kick, snare, and toms to that compression bus. How to do that? The light grays here are these are the inserts for plugins, and the dark gray slots here are sends. So I'm gonna add in a send from the kick drum bus to my compression bus, which is this one. And I'm gonna adjust a level. And for the time being, I want to set this to 0 dB. So the same signal coming out of this bus here is coming out of the transient plugin here before it hits the fader is sent over to the compression bus. Now the compression bus should do something. And it does. And it sounds freaking squeezed. Holy shit. We have to make it sound like shit, to be honest. Let's do the same thing with the snare. This is gonna be interesting. Again, I'm gonna send the full volume of that. And let's add in the toms here. Okay. What is coming through the compression bus now? So this tone is getting squeezed pretty much. And what we can do now is we can add in this sound, or we can mix this sound to our original drum kit. So let's do it. I'm gonna pull down that fader to off, so we got no compression sound on our overall tone. And while playing, I'm gonna raise this fader to my liking. And the drum kit should get a little bit more energy. That is too much. Without compression. And with compression. The toms are over compressed a little bit, so I'm gonna lower these maybe to -4. That sounds better. So, and with this compression active here, you can see it's playing through the door. We should be able to get a much more punchy and in-your-face drum sound on our overall track here. So let's check that. I'm gonna mute this compression track here for a second. So recheck the sound.